What's up guys, and welcome to my kitchen. So today is Sunday, and in my house it usually means cleaning, watching Disney, and of course meal prep. Now I know that this video is highly requested, so I thought today I'm actually going to show you guys kind of what I do and some of my favorite dishes to make. So meal prep for me, it saves me time, saves me money, and it stops me slipping up in my diet. How many times have you been sitting working or out somewhere thinking, I really need to eat, and the closest place always seemed to be junk food, always. So for our household, meal prep is a must, and it is an absolute lifesaver. So today I'm going to be showing you my curry yogurt chicken and also a protein snack box, because for me it's not only meals, I personally love a snack, so it's super important that I have something in the fridge that I can just grab and eat when I need that little pick-me-up between meals. So before I begin guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and also to subscribe as well. I love seeing my little community grow, so thank you guys if you are a subscriber to my channel. I promise you there is so much more to come. So I'm going to be starting with the main event, and that is the chicken. I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I have 1 tablespoon of allspice. I have 1 tablespoon of cumin. I have 1 tablespoon of red curry powder and half a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Okay, so I'm going to take my chicken and I'm simply just going to mix all of this in. It doesn't matter how you do it, guys, because at the end of the day, it's all going to be mixed in anyway. Now I love all of these fresh seasonings. I don't add any salt to any of my meals because this is absolutely enough for a tasty dish. So of course, with clean hands, I'm just going to rub it in to the chicken. Another way you can do this is to actually put the seasonings into a bowl, mix it together, and then add it to the chicken. But I'm keeping this real life with you guys, and I do everything the quick way. As long as each bit is covered, that's all right with me. Another thing guys is that when you're doing this, make sure you're preheating the oven. I've preheated mine to 350. So I'm also going to add a dollop of Greek yogurt and mix this in as well. Okay, so once I'm satisfied that everything is mixed in, I'm going to transfer it to my baking tray. So I have lightly greased it before placing the strips on. When it comes to cooking chicken, I don't have one favorite way to do it. I used to grill it, and then I started doing it just on the stove. And now I actually like to bake it. I suppose it depends what chicken I'm working with and obviously how much time I have. If I do this on the stove, it means I actually have to keep an eye on it and be turning it over, whereas I've got other things to cook. So if I stick it in the oven, it's a little less maintenance. Okay, so these are ready to go into the oven. So what I'll probably do is bake them for about 15 to 20 minutes. I do also have another batch of marinated chicken. So in total, it's 2 packets of chicken that I'll be using. I'm going to move on to the quinoa. It's what I'm going to have with my chicken. So first I'm going to boil some water for the pan, and then I'm going to rinse 1 cup of quinoa. So for every 1 cup of quinoa, I use 2 cups of water, and we're going to cover. And we're going to put this on a low to medium heat. Now, of course, any good meal prep includes vegetables. So we're going to go with my favorite, and that is broccoli. Broccoli is my favorite green, with tons of benefits as well. So I've already rinsed it. Now I'm just chopping them up and chucking them into the pan. Okay, so that is my broccoli chopped and into the pan. So I'm gonna add hot water and put this on a low to medium heat. Now I love my veg, so I'm not only going to be having broccoli, I'm also going to be chopping up some mushrooms, a red onion, and also some peppers as well, just to zhuzh it up a little bit. You know, I find it crazy when people say they find healthy foods boring, for example. I want to know how many people have actually got into the kitchen and experimented a little bit. You know, it doesn't have to be boring, but it does require you to put a little bit of work in and a little bit of effort. Cooking for me is actually a joy. I am obsessed with cooking programs. Like, you could ask Sim. I think I drive him crazy for the amount of cooking shows that I watch. Okay, so now I've chopped up all the vegetables. I'm going to heat a little oil in a pan and I'm gonna add this. Chicken on, I have my quinoa on, my broccoli and my stir fry of mushrooms, peppers and red onions on. I'm estimating I have about 5 to 10 minutes left on everything, so I'm gonna get started on the snack box. Now you may have seen this snack box in Starbucks or any other healthy places you go to, and they literally charge a killing for it. So I'm gonna show you how to make it for less. Okay, so I have rinsed my celery. I'm now just gonna chop it up. So I'm adding these vegetables because personally this is what I like. So I'll be having celery, I'm gonna add apple, cheese and boiled egg and grapes. But feel free to switch it up if you guys like strawberries, add that instead. Carrots as well, carrots is a great thing to add. Okay, so I'm onto my apples. So I've rinsed my apples and I'm just going to slice them up. Okay, so apart from the boiled egg I'm going to be making, this is all there is to prep for the protein snack box. So I'm gonna give these vegetables a last little rinse and I'm gonna put them away until I'm ready to make the whole box up. So everything is cooked and now we're at my favorite part, and that is dishing up. Now I like to do this because I never know how many of these boxes I can fill. So it's always a little bit of a game. We'll see, I've got 10 out, so fingers crossed. This quinoa is so perfect. Look how fluffy it is. Love it. So what I do sometimes as well when I cook the quinoa, what I didn't do this time, is I'll add vegetable or chicken stock. Just add so much flavor. But because I already know I'm gonna have so much flavor in the meat, I thought let me just keep it nice and simple and plain. Okay, so I've plated up my quinoa. It's crazy how sometimes I actually manage to overcook. So I have so much broccoli here. Never too many greens, right? Because we have so much to fit in these. I actually think I need to get bigger ones. But these are quite handy for me because I'd say I eat around, I don't know, 4 small meals a day now, as well as snacks on top of that as well. Okay, next up I'm gonna add my stir-fried veg. I'm literally just gonna chuck it on the top of the quinoa and broccoli. As you can tell, presentation here, yeah, doesn't really matter. So my lovely chicken is done. Look how juicy it looks. So my aim is to have 2 chicken pieces per container because they're pretty chunky to be fair. And I didn't actually count how much I have, but we'll see. So by the time I'm done plating this up, my eggs should be done and then I'm ready to finish off my protein boxes. So what you're going to be left with is some really nice juices from the chicken. So I'm just going to evenly pour them over. It's like a little gravy, full of goodness. There you have it, guys. I have 10 perfect meal prep meals. So I know I mentioned that presentation isn't really a big deal when it comes to meal prep. I am gonna scatter some sesame seeds just on the top to make it look that little bit fancier. Because it's nice. We like to eat things that look good, right? There we are. Perfect. So we are on to the final part already, and that is my protein box. So my eggs are done. Now please don't judge me on how they look. Like I even checked with Sim, he said that the eggs over here, they're really hard to break the shell off. So they look a little funky, but it's protein nonetheless. I'm gonna start by placing an egg in each one. Now I have a bit of a funny relationships with egg. So I'm gonna make some for Sim which have egg and some of mine which aren't gonna have any. Okay, so I've got some grapes, which I'm gonna just chuck a bundle in. Now again, with these protein boxes, you can do as you please, guys. You can add whatever you like. Personally, this for me makes a good old treat. Okay, and I'm gonna add my celery pieces. Finally, I have some cheddar cheese. Of course, guys, this is optional. I'm just gonna chuck some in because it's super nice to have with it. You can add peanut butter, almond butter, cream cheese, whatever you like to dip it in with. And there we have it. They look pretty good to me for a snack. And we are done. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me with my meal prep today. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please leave a comment below and let me know, because this is just one of my meal prep ideas. I have plenty more that I'd love to share with you. All right, so I'm gonna put a movie on, have a glass of red wine, and eat one of these tasty meals. All right, guys, till next time. Mwah.